My wife banned my entire family from meeting our newborn while her family visited daily. Her own sister revealed the real reason. Our daughter was born 3 weeks ago, and my wife Jessica has refused to let any of my family meet her. Not my parents who live 20 minutes away, not my sister who flew in from across the country, not even my grandmother who's 92 and might not have many chances left. Jessica's family has been over every single day. Her mother practically lives in our nursery. Her father has taken 500 photos. Her siblings come and go like they own the place. But when my mother calls asking when she can meet her first grandchild, Jessica starts crying about boundaries and safety and needing space. The excuses keep changing. First it was because of germs and the baby's immune system, but her family members were coming straight from their jobs at a daycare, a hospital, and a gym. Then it was about overwhelming the baby, but her family threw a party in our living room when the baby was 5 days old with 15 people. Then it was about establishing routines, but her mother rearranges our entire schedule whenever she visits. My mother offered to wear a mask, wash her hands, stay outside, and look through the window, anything just to see the baby once. Jessica said that was creepy and obsessive. When my mom sent a gift, Jessica returned it, saying we didn't have room for more stuff, while her mother had filled the nursery with things we didn't need or want. I tried talking to Jessica about fairness, and she said life wasn't fair, and I needed to respect her as a mother. She said she'd gone through labor, so she got to make the rules about who saw the baby. When I pointed out I was the father, she said I didn't understand the bond between a mother and child, and I was being controlling. Her mother backed her up, saying new mothers needed support, not arguments, looking at me like I was some kind of abuser for wanting my family to meet my daughter. My sister had planned her entire visit around meeting the baby. She'd taken time off work, bought a plane ticket, booked a hotel to not impose on us. Jessica knew this for months. When my sister arrived, Jessica suddenly developed anxiety about visitors and said she couldn't handle anyone outside her immediate support system, which apparently only included her blood relatives. My sister sat in her hotel room for 4 days, waiting for permission to meet her niece before flying home, heartbroken. Jessica posted on social media about how hard motherhood was, while her friends commented that she was doing amazing. My father-in-law posted photos holding the baby with captions about being the world's proudest grandpa. When my dad commented, asking when he could meet her, Jessica deleted his comment and blocked him. She told me he was being aggressive and boundary crossing on her posts. The breaking point came when my grandmother called from the hospital. She'd had a fall and was being admitted for surgery. She asked if she could see a photo of the baby before her operation, just in case. Jessica heard me on the phone and started screaming that I was emotionally manipulating her by using my grandmother's health. She grabbed my phone and told my grandmother that she was toxic for guilt-tripping a new mother and hung up. My grandmother was so confused. She thought she'd done something terrible. That's when Jessica's sister Amy pulled me aside. She'd been watching everything unfold and couldn't stay quiet anymore. She told me the real reason Jessica was keeping my family away. Before we got married, Jessica had been engaged to someone else named Christopher. His mother had been very involved in wedding planning, and Jessica had hated it. When they broke up, Jessica swore she'd never let another mother-in-law near any future children she had. She'd been planning this since she got pregnant, telling her family she was going to establish dominance early and make sure my mother knew her place, which was nowhere near the baby. Amy said Jessica had a whole strategy about making my family beg and grovel, then still saying no to break their spirits. She wanted them to give up trying, so she'd never have to deal with them. Amy showed me text messages where Jessica bragged about making my sister waste money on a trip for nothing, saying it would teach her not to assume she had the right to the baby. Amy also showed me Jessica's group chat with her friends, where she was laughing about my grandmother in the hospital, calling her dramatic and saying old people always used health scares for attention. She'd written that she hoped my grandmother would pass before the baby was old enough to remember, so she wouldn't have to deal with visits. I confronted Jessica with the messages, and she tried to grab Amy's phone to delete them. Amy had already sent them to me. Jessica screamed that Amy was jealous and a traitor to their sisterhood. She said I was choosing my family over her and the baby. I said I was choosing not to let her abuse my family anymore. I took the baby to meet my parents that day. Jessica called the police saying I'd kidnapped our daughter. The officers asked if I was the father. I said yes. They said I had equal rights to take the baby places and left. Jessica's mother showed up at my parents' house demanding I return the baby immediately. Full story on channel, link below.